I don't have news, but I do have some updates. One of which you may actually already be able to see in the background up there. But to kind of start at the beginning, it's been a little while since I've uploaded. I think many of you realize that this whole Second Wind Raceworks idea even is to give me something to do once my regular day job ends, and I'll then have something to transition my energies to. That, you know, thankfully actually is taking quite a long time. My day job activities seem surprisingly resilient. I'm not going to complain at all. I'm blessed by having a stable and reliable income, so no worries about that at all. But I do still make efforts on the random weekend or maybe on a weekday evening to try and improve things over here at my Second Wind Raceworks shop. I have a number of things that I will probably share with you guys, I don't know, over this or the next couple videos. But the first thing, or the thing that or the most major addition to my shop is the lift that you see over there in the background. And so I bought it, gosh, I don't know, a month or two, maybe even more ago, and finally was able to get professional installers to come erect it here in my spot. So what I'll probably do is I'll turn the camera around here in a little bit, and I will talk through where we put it, why we chose the location, why we chose to put the controls on one side and the other, etc., etc. Anyway, here we go. Let me walk up on it and around it a little bit so you guys can see exactly what it is that I've got here. It's a brand I didn't immediately recognize when I first started hunting for lifts. The choice was between this one, and then also I have an installer acquaintance that often tries to, or offers used lifts that they have uninstalled from car dealerships, etc. And so those are the two things I chose between. I ended up picking this one just because it's new. It is internationally manufactured. I have a feeling that all things are internationally manufactured these days, no matter what the brand is. But anyhow, it is a 5,000 kilogram commercial grade lift, or at least it's marketed as such. It is a symmetrical two-post lift. I was very pleased to find out that my cement foundation here is something like 6 inches thick and strongly reinforced with rebar. The installers actually praised how amazing the floors were, which makes me feel a little bit better if I'm gonna, you know, be spending significant time underneath it, especially if there's something heavy like my truck or something on it. But yeah, I initially thought that this post would be a good one to mount the controls on so that I could raise and lower the car and have lots of room to escape in case something happened. I was talked out of that idea and ended up putting the motor and controls over on this side, mainly with the idea that if during a lift the vehicle were to misbehave, fall off, in other words, I can hide behind this post and I should be relatively unscathed. It's not as close to the wall as some of my neighbors have theirs installed. It is located so that I can drive straight in. This is not a very good camera angle. So I can drive straight in. Others have moved theirs very close to the wall so that they have room for another lift here. I don't anticipate the need for 2 lifts, so I just kind of put mine right here to be able to have a car in front of it for storage, right? I can even put something behind it, still have room over here, and be able to drive, around it, even if I have a car up on it, blown apart, that I can't move. It has really all of the amenities that you would expect. It has nice adjustable pads. It has the arm locks. It has the extensions, given that, for maybe my truck, for example, that it's higher up, just the pads won't screw up far enough. It is a 240 volt lift motor. I think they say it's possible to run on 110, but when we tried it, it really wasn't amazing. So I currently have it temporarily wired up. I made a pigtail for it or a whip for it, whatever you want to call it. And right now I only have one outlet that's on the 240 volt circuit. And so my welder and the lift will, for a brief while, share the same outlet, right? I won't be welding and lifting at the same time. But at some point the idea is to even, externally maybe run some rigid conduit over and then have just a very short power cord for this guy right here. So to talk a little bit about the deal that I got on it, the reason that I got what I think is a pretty good deal is that my neighbors, because this is a car condo, right? There's probably like 7 or so of these in a row, also ordered lifts at the same time. So we approached the dealer with, it's like, we'll buy 7 if you give us a really good quote. So I think all in, the lift purchase was $2,400. That I had some help. Again, many thanks to my neighbors here, bringing the lift here. And then it was just under $1,000 to have the professional installers come and put it up. So what is that? Even if we call it $2,400 roughly, there's small incidental costs like the electrical whip, like the hydraulic fluid, et cetera, et cetera. So let's say $2,500, I think is a smoking deal for a brand new 11,000 pound commercial grade lift. So anyway, I'm excited to have it in my shop. The next video I make will likely be of a shop vehicle or a shop truck that I keep talking about already that I bought to help out with towing stuff, moving things to the dump, etc. Oh, before I forget, there's of course some accessories that are probably needed when you have a lift. I've started accumulating them. So this here is so I can do oil changes under it. This is sort of that extending oil change catcher so that the oil doesn't fall 8 feet before hitting my oil drain pan. And then of course a, what I'll call a jack stand, I guess, to kind of keep the vehicle from swaying back and forth, or maybe to support heavy equipment while I'm installing or taking it out. I haven't really opened these or put them together yet, but I'll do that soon. Anyway, that's it. If you have any questions or thoughts, let me know. All right, that's it for today. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch my, my video about my lift and other shop updates. Anyway, thank you guys. See you next time.